Jack is a great student, a great guy. He is very, very involved in his community. The number one reason for nominating Jack is just his care for others. I think he really understands what that means. Here at St. Ed's, we always talk about servant leadership, and that's something that he has really taken ownership of throughout his 4 years here.
What we kind of focus on here at St. Ed's, and why I said that I felt the most welcomed here, is helping everybody in the littlest way as possible, whether it's opening the door, whether it's throwing away the trash, whether it's straightening the chair. They're dumb little things, but they add up and they make a big difference. So like, to me, that's what servant leadership is, doing the little things that at the end of the day, nobody's gonna know that you did it, only you are. The nonprofit that we started was Big Mike's Books.
He basically put together his own book collection for the kids there, which is really amazing. They not only donated those books, but him and a group of his friends went to go read to the sick kids there at Ronald McDonald House, which is just awesome.
So after my junior year, a group of, I think, 13 guys and myself from St. Ed's went down to the Dominican Republic. We spent a week there. We helped build a baseball field. Just kind of like for a leisure thing for them to have. We helped build bathrooms, and we helped set up water like filtration systems, because they only had 2, I think, water filtration systems in this whole village before. So everybody would have to go to these 2 houses to get clean water. I think the most rewarding thing was just being able to get outside of my comfort zone and see what other people or like how other people live. And I remembered a couple times just looking out across like the terrain of the Dominican Republic and thinking, wow, this is 2015 and they don't have electricity, they don't have running water. And it made me appreciate everything that I have a lot more, because you hear a lot like, oh, well, you're lucky you have that, but why are you lucky you have that? Because here in the United States, everything's so readily available at almost all times that you don't really appreciate like how much it means to like be able to call your parents, or things like that, like little things. Just seeing how happy and grateful they are for little things like setting up a water filtration system. Like, this isn't that big of a deal, this is pretty simple. And just kind of carrying that back home and seeing how grateful people are just keeps you going, because, and it makes you realize, as I said, the importance of things. So to me, integrity is, as well as doing the little things that matter, but it's also being able to be accountable when you mess up, or doing like, so when you make a mistake, being able to stand up and say, hey, I made a mistake, but here's how I'm gonna fix it in the future. I'm not a perfect person, I'm never gonna be a perfect person, but I have to be able to recognize that I'm not a perfect person to be able to become a better person. And I think that's kind of what integrity is to me.